And we have Lil Wretched in the cut for another episode of Hass Discusses. Now, this artist, he works a lot with hella people in the underground. He's just made so much good fucking music. You work with Skirt Cobain, he's worked with Baker, he's worked with 10 Gauge, he's worked with... Well, Polygod's your producer name, right? I assume.
Oh, that's my brother, bro. That's
your brother?
Not my blood brother, but you know, shit, blood don't make family, loyalty makes family, and that's my best friend and my brother. I'm so fucking thankful I met that guy.
So you joint run the account?
No, not really. He mostly runs it, but every now and then he'll like let me get on there and pick through his private selections. He's got way more privated than he does public, but he's just my fucking homie for life, bro. I can shouts out polygod, the motherfucking father already.
How'd you meet this fella?
Shit. Actually, I met him. Have you checked out the Slang No Dope video with me and Skirt Cobain?
No, I think I'm aware of the song though.
Got you. Word. Yeah, you should keep that video out, man. That was the day that I met him. Me and Skirt had like been talking on IG, and I ended up just taking a trip out to Waco to go film this video. And he was like, "Yeah, we can see if my boy Polygod, he lives in Waco, you know." And we went and picked him up, and he was like, he hit him up and was like, "Yo, you want to film this video for me and Lil Wretched?" And he came out and he just fucking held the iPhone and shot that shit. Yeah. And then all three of us became like fucking great friends.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what camera you use. You just got to edit the fuck out of the music video. Like, the editing is the only thing that matters when it comes to music videos.
Exactly, bro. Yep.
You don't need a 4K, 8K. None of that shit matters.
It's better to have a low-quality fucking camera, you know? The underground will fuck with it more.
That's true, yeah. It's better if you have the date in the right corner.
yeah, you know?
It's
already.
That's the top-tier camera the underground uses, but...
All my answers are going away. I'm just elated to be on here, bro. I really appreciate the opportunity. Nobody's actually ever like asked me to do an interview with them before. You're the first one, so.
Well, it's all good. I don't know how I found you, but I'm pretty sure it was probably like Skirt Cobain or one of those fellas. Like, I don't know if it was Feo or somebody Slim, probably Slim. How do you start fucking with Slim? Because I think he's one of the most unique people in the underground. Like the way, like when I listen to his music, I get something out of his music that I just haven't heard before. Like nobody's done his tone of voice for their entire discography. Does that make sense? People just sort of dabble in that tone of voice, but
managed to like a few bars. But Slim does like the whole thing. Just like it sounds like he just smoked 7 backwoods, and he's just like he's just
at once.
Yeah, all straight to the dome, bro. Shouts out to Slim and Grim Sleeper and Sacrilege Set.
Dominant Soul.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. I haven't checked out his shit as much, honestly, but
he's a Breton bloke and he makes good beats.
Okay, I didn't know he was from England. Word. Yeah, man. Slim, I don't know how, you know, I think Slim started fucking he started engaging with me on IG when I dropped or maybe it was like right before I dropped my Texas Jesus album. Like, which coincidentally was dropped on 3/15/2020, the day that they locked the whole world down. So I was like, fuck yeah, I just started the apocalypse. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, no, I'm getting it. That's fire, yo.
Yeah, dude. Like, I remember the day I dropped my album, I went to the grocery store and, like, everybody's just, like, pushing their cart, like, hundreds of people in the grocery store clearing out the shelves. I'm just, like...
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this era of our life because... for some reason, I had this, like, sort of, like, you know, there's certain moments in time that you just, like, I don't like to use this word, but, like, fetishize in your head, just love so much, like, you just can't stop thinking about it. For me, I love this era of time. I loved seeing everyone panic. You really get to see how we're all just a bunch of sheeple, you know what I mean? Like, we're all just a bunch of sheep.
It's kind of heartbreaking, but it's probably more comedic than anything, for sure. It
is. You know...
I can see how the elite get a big fucking kick out of it, for sure. Pressing the buttons and just, like, watching people
Yes, they're puppeteering. Out. Like, it's just, like, it's so fun to look at, like...
Yeah, John Malkovich on another level.
Yeah, like, how do I say this? I think a big thing that I will always remember is one night I couldn't sleep. It was, like, April or May or some shit. And I just couldn't sleep. So I'm, like... I think I'm, like, 16 when this happened, because I'm, like, 18 now. That's how long ago this was. And I'm like up at I just can't sleep. I'm like researching some like this video about some guy talking about how Drake's in the mob. I'm like deep in the internet, like fucking researching shit. I just can't sleep, so I decided to go for a bike ride, and I think,
Nice.
should I go to like the back roads to go to the canal, or should I go to the highway? And then I go to the highway, and there's no cars on the highway. Mid-April.
That was my favorite part.
Late to mid-April.
Houston has the worst traffic ever, dude. Like, people in other cities are like, traffic's horrible here. And I'm like, dude, come to Houston and fucking find out what traffic's like. People get murdered on the daily because of like road rage incidents in Houston, dude. Like, it's
LA ain't got
wild.
shit on you. You know what I'm saying? Probably. I don't know. LA's pretty bad.
No, man. Yeah, the traffic being disappeared was like, I was like, you know what? I can get down with this shit.
I can vibe with this. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, I just felt like, I don't know, like Zombieland or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's
I Am Legend, bro.
That too, yes. That movie, oh man. I love that because I don't know why, I just fuck with like his movies in general, like around like early 2000s, like Will Smith is like one of my favorite eras, like in terms of like his shit in the 90s was just kind of like him having fun, but I could tell in the 2000s like his films got way more serious, like Pursuit of Happiness.
Absolutely. Yeah, he went from like Men in Black to like Oscar vehicles, like 7 Pounds and fucking what was the one? Pursuit of Happiness. I love that film.
Yeah, that's something. That's one of those movies that you should show to someone like at a really young age.
You know Absolutely, totally, man.
What movie do you think you should? What other movies do you think you should show like people at young ages, like either a nephew or like a friend, or like a son, like
A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. I sampled that shit. That's a really fun track to sample. I mean, the soundtrack to sample. It's
on maddsnake, you sampled that?
Yeah. I did an EP with my friend Nervamain, and like I think I sampled the part where he was like, at the Korova milk ball we have the milk Verzudok to get us ready for a bit of the old ultra violence, and then it goes right into like a Lil Jon sample, and then it's just like Lil Jon a cappella, and it's like and then it's just like a complete funk shit, and there's like a bunch of snare rolls.
I'm gonna turn these monitors down just a little bit, bro.
You're all good. What were you saying?
That's wild. You put a Lil Jon sample with a Clockwork Orange sample. That's the shit. I need to get on that wave.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of like movie soundtracks that like how do I say this? There's a lot that you can sample that's not in some drum kit you found on Reddit.
Absolutely, bro.
You know?
Absolutely. That's what I try to do. Actually, outside of the Creep kit, shouts out That's Creep, by the way. He does not get enough attention in the underground. That guy is a staple of the funk scene. If I don't know if you fuck with him or know about him. That's Creep. He's from Florida.
No.
He makes clothes. He's got a clothing brand called Shadow Band 2K45.
All right, I might have seen that.
He's the one who put together the funk kit or the Creep kit that everybody uses in the funk scene, basically. Like,
okay, I might have seen that on Reddit. I might actually have that downloaded.
Yeah, man, you should check his shit out. Shouts out That's Creep. I fucking love that dude. He's awesome. He's definitely he's a brother. So, but yeah, man. What were we talking about?
Drum kits. I was just saying, it's good to sample shit not from drum kits, but I say one of the best drum kits I've used is a DJ Sacred drum kit. It has about like 1,500 samples in it.
Oh,
and
word.
That shit took an hour to download, but I've probably made like fucking like almost 50 tracks with that drum kit.
Word. That sounds lit.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking live. Yeah, man, I try to sample things that like nobody's sampled before. I try to find shit that like, I don't like just going to some kit and pulling samples. Like, it's like that doesn't feel like really producing to me, Like, not to talk down on people that do that, but for me, I'm just like, I like to make all the samples very personal to me. And there's a reason why I'm like, I like fuck with this movie. So in this one scene where the strings like, you know what I'm saying? Like get really creepy or whatever, like pull that just because like I fuck with it. It's like, it's personal to me. So I try to put my personal touch on all my beats and everything like that.
What I love doing is I love looking at like people that I'm listening to. I love it looking at a sample. Like I like to figure out who they have sampled, and I either I either go to what they have sampled, the person, not the exact same song, and I go find another track by that person. So for instance, there's a gentleman that
reverse engineer somebody's taste, and then you can kind of like, it's like, oh, okay, you know, like this is fire as fuck. Yeah. You'll find all kinds of new music that way, man.
Yeah, so DJ killxen sampled I was talking man, let me find this shit. But so he did that song with Soulze, Pushin' Rhymes.
Okay, I haven't heard that track.
Soulze, Still Smoking.
Soulze goes hard, man. He puts on for Texas in a major way.
Yeah, bro, he just got on Pitchfork with fucking Slim Gorilla. I was telling you about that earlier. But no, so DJ killxen sampled a Paul Hardcastle song. So I had to go and look all the way back and dive in that, and I've sampled a lot of like jazz musicians in the same lane as Paul Hardcastle. So like it's a lot of you gotta dig, man. It's not just that one drum kit, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of
absolutely
digging.
Yeah, man, you gotta dig deep. Yeah. What kind of jazz do you like, man?
What type of jazz do I like? I don't really like a type of jazz. I just like finding like I have a couple artists I can name, like there's a Romantic Sax Master. He's on YouTube. You can look him up. He's got some good shit. And the Paul Hardcastle guy is good too, but I don't know who else I could fucking name.
I love jazz. That's definitely a go-to for me to sample, like
the bossa nova, you know.
There you go.
Drum patterns, like that's another thing that, you know, Freddie Dredd has like made waves for, is the bossa nova form of sampling, where you sample bossa nova jazz. But I feel like you know, killxen and like a bunch of other people kind of did that shit before him, but like not as aware as he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But one that comes to mind for me is Ugly Mane, for sure. Like,
yes, like serious shit. That's like a straight example of what we're talking about.
Yeah, that shit is fucking fire. The way that album starts out, it's just like a pimp slap. You know?
And he sampled a Christmas song on Breeze 'Em Out, and I went and sampled that, but I sampled the section with the Christmas song with the vocals over it, as opposed to just the synth melody. Because what he did is he just found the synth melody and just sampled that. So I went and sampled it, but I picked the vocals where like some guys like, it's Christmas, but I had to add a funk shit over it. Because like I like to reverse engineer like songs that I like and just straight up sample it in a different way. But here's one song that I will never sample, is Gangsta Pat's I Wanna Smoke. I'm done with that. I'm done hearing that shit.
I'm done with that too.
Like, and I've seen you rap on that. I'm not coming at you right now, but it's it was like 2 years ago, so I'm not mad at you. But like that shit gets annoying.
That can't be done again. When Pauly sent me that beat, I mean, I was like, all right, this is so like, you know, but he did a little twist on it, you know. And also the thing I like about that sample actually is that Trey the Truth put that on his Restless album, on Swang, the track Swang with Big Hog, Fat Pat, and I think Pimp C was on the remix. So like, and that's a Michael Jackson sample. It's A Lady in My Life, I believe is the name of the song. That dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sample. So it's kind of got like the fact that like that's so popular in the funk community, and like nobody really like in the funk community knows like that Trey the Truth track. Like that's sort of like more obscure and like just more kind of like buried and forgotten in the past, you know, by like a whole other like pocket of like hip hop, you know. But it's cool that like that people fuck with Gangsta Pat so tough, and that like that sample's in there because it's super H-Town. Like the song Swang by Trey the Truth, if you haven't heard it, man, you should keep that out.
I will look into it, but I'm telling you, like, that's why Deadly Verses is the best album in the 90s, in my opinion.
Deadly Verses is one of the best albums of all time.
It's the best rap album of the 90s, in my opinion. Like, fuck Illmatic. I don't give a fuck about Illmatic. Like, Illmatic is the most overrated rap album of all time. Life's a Bitch is a really good song. That's a really good song.
Life's a Bitch is the shit, yeah. You know, I'm not huge on Nas. I'm probably gonna get tons of shit for that, but like, I'm not an East Coast guy all the way.
But I'm listening to Jay-Z more. Like, it's just Jay-Z's more enjoyable, and his flows are just way better. Like,
I'm all about Wu-Tang.
Yeah, there we go.
Mobb Deep too. Mobb Deep goes hard. Hell on Earth, that's a fucking sick track.
You know what I was looking into is how much Mobb Deep inspired the drum patterns of Clams Casino. Like he went in an interview and talked about that. The sampling is completely different, but the drum patterns that Clams Casino did are basically a lot of like Mobb Deep style type of stuff.
That's really interesting, man. I did not know that Clams Casino was up on. I wouldn't have expected that.
He's a huge fan of him. He did an interview on that Red Bull shit. That was fire.
That's awesome. Clams Casino is the shit.
There's like a Red Bull YouTube channel, Red Bull Music Academy, and they interviewed MF Doom and a bunch of other people.
MF Doom is the shit. That's the reason why I started making electronic music. That's why I started making beats, was MF Doom.
I fuck with the instrumental for Rap Snitch things, Coffin Nails, was on Special Herbs 6, and I love, or Special Herbs 4-6, but it has a blue cover. I love the Special Herbs series. They're awesome. And he did a lot of like what people did with Vaporwave. He did that a while ago.
My language. Yeah, dude. MF Doom is so influential. It's undeniable. Like, it's just like he kind of seeped into all the pockets of hip hop. You know, like he hits the nail on the head every time, dude. He does not miss.
What's inspiring to me about him? What'd you say?
Oh, I said rest in paradise. You know.
Yeah, but what's inspiring about him to me is not the whole like persona type of thing. What's inspiring is how he never really like how do I say this? He never really gave in and just continued to make what he really wanted to make. And you can tell when an artist doesn't do that and like completely goes away from where they come from. You know what I mean? And that's why like I'm gonna continue to do shit the way that I've been doing it with my music.
That's the only way to do it, bro. Stay true to yourself. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Like, that's why, like, I've only been doing this shit for a year, and I've already put out, like, 250 songs.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, I
gotta peep all that, man. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, shout out to
I didn't know you had that many tracks out. I gotta catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I mainly produce, but I'm getting into rapping, and on my next project with my music group, I will be rapping on that. But anyways, let's talk about, where'd you grew up in Houston, I assume.
I did. I grew up on the southwest side in Missouri City, Mo City, Texas.
And at what age did you get those hand tats? I just want to ask that before we get into your upbringing.
I got these very recently. I got these right after coronavirus hit. That's when I dropped the Texas Jesus album and really started rapping. And my tattoo artist was like, "Man, you're not gonna tat your nugs," and I was like, "I'll do it right now, bro." So boom, we locked it in.
That's beautiful, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, he's a genius, dude. I call him Leonardo da Vito because his name's Vito.
Yeah.
Shit, man. He did all my work. I got this screw tape right there. Yeah, shout out Vito. If y'all want to tap in, it's Vito Torres is his name.
And shouts out to DJ Screw.
Yeah, shouts out to DJ Screw.
And shouts out to Viper.
Y'all cowards. Don't even smoke crack.
Bro, it's crazy that I've interviewed him and like I know that like
I watched a little bit of that one. I gotta watch the whole thing. I gotta go through some more of your like the bigger interviews you've done. I didn't get around to watching them all the way through like the Pat one, but yeah, man.
You can tell like how he was influenced by him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
Like and it's cool about he has influenced like there would not be cloud rap without him. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Without Screw or Viper?
Both.
All right, you're probably right about that. Definitely not without Screw. Screw is that's what I grew up on, man. I grew up listening to DJ Screw. You know, like growing up on the southwest side of Houston. Like that's why I never got. When you were talking about ASAP earlier, I didn't have much to say. Like I know that ASAP Rocky album, the black and white cover. You know, the big one that blew him up. And I've had a few friends. Like I had a friend named DJ History. And he lived in Baltimore, and he worked with some of the ASAP crew. But like, it never really resonated with me because I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like that's like Screwed Up Click influence. But like, I grew up on the Screwed Up Click, so I'm just like, well, like I just go to the source and go like, you know what I'm saying, drink from like the original well. I grew up listening to Screw tapes and like Lil Kiki, Fat Pat, fucking Trade the Truth, Zeros, you know.
I don't really fuck with ASAP like that. Like I like the album, like I like his music. Don't get me wrong. It's enjoyable music.
But
I would rather listen to like And that's another thing. Like, you look at the release dates of certain shit that he did. So, what's his first single? You know, he did a couple other songs, but they were all just like fucking shit with like nobody really know about them, and they didn't sound like any of his like first music that he released. What's his first song? His first song is called Purple Swag. What came out before Purple Swag, and who did he start linking up with? Who did he like start learning about before he made Purple Swag? Blackland Radio 66 came out way before Purple Swag.
That's such a great album, man. 1991 like, Throne.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so I'm telling. So like, fucking. Okay, he did. He's like A$AP Rocky's one of the first people to do justice to like Clams Casino beats. Like he didn't. He actually wrote well structured songs to Clams Casino beats. I will give him that. But, bro, he would be nothing without like fucking Space Ghost Perp. I'm just saying that straight off the bat. And also the Houston, if like, it's like.
Well, a little bit I know about their beef is exactly that. That Space Ghost Perp is sort of like without Space Ghost Perp doing what he was doing, A$AP wouldn't exist. That's sort of what I understand about it, at least.
Yeah, but also without Raider Clan, there would be none of this like underground shit that we have now. There would be no such Hollow Water Boys. There would be no Schema Posse. Like without Schema Posse, there's no Lil Peep. Without Sesh, there's no fucking, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Bones
man.
and all
Absolutely.
that shit. Like without like Hollow Squad meeting up with like all of them, and without fucking there would be no like fucking Passion Players shit.
There'd be no Lil Wretched, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there would be no fucking what I'm doing. Like I'm not trying to say I'm not really influential, but I'm saying like I wouldn't probably learn about this shit.
Hey, but low key you kind of are.
How am I influential? What do you mean?
You're putting people on with your channel, bro. Like low key, like. It's only a matter of time. It's snowballing. Like you're gaining traction, and like you're definitely a likable, charismatic character. Like people want to do interviews with you. Like as soon as you told me you wanted to do the interview, I was like hyped. You know, like it was like a shot of energy, like adrenaline. I was like, oh shit, like Mike wants to interview me. Like so,
yeah,
you're in the door, man.
Yeah, man. Like it's just fun. It's a fun fucking community. Motherfuckers be like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I'm so thankful to be a part of it, bro. I fucking love being a part of.
It's like this like secret cult that I'm just like I'm so loyal to, like the Funk cult. Shouts out to Funk, and fuck Funk cult. He owns a YouTube channel, and I paid him to do a fucking promo, and that shit hasn't been up in 2 months, and he put one up and took one down. Fuck Funk cult.
But
like I don't know. He's like I don't know. Motherfuckers that run YouTube channels, stop scheduling your shit. Just like drop shit instantly. Like, I hate when people schedule shit. Like, it's like, people try to be too smart. You know what I mean?
I agree. Hey, I'm sorry. I was kind of on that note with you. I was like, well, let's do it in like 2 weeks. And honestly, it was just a matter of like being in the right frame of mind and like being ready, you know. And also, I try to stay busy. I work and like, you know, so it's like a balancing act. And I try to keep myself as busy as possible. And
I'm just talking about like you know those people that make 1,000 songs and then they like don't drop any of it and they're like, I'm gonna drop an album in a year.
Yeah, I know a few people.
I'm just
like
mad
that
at those type of people that think that like not dropping anything and not doing anything is an excuse to like make poor quality content and like barely drop it. Like there's a lot of those artists that are like, yeah, bro, I got this new song, and he starts sending like snippets of it, and then he's like, yeah, it's not gonna drop for like 6 months.
Yeah, I can't relate to that. That's funny. That's a goofy way to move for sure.
It's goofy. Yeah, like
very goofy.
But nah, shit, fuck. But you work with Black Smurf, that's correct? How'd you start working with Black Smurf on that track?
That's cool that you asked that. Yeah, I didn't even reach out to Smurf originally. Like, I kind of felt like he was in an echelon that was like out of my reach at that point, because I got a small following on Instagram and I got an even smaller following on SoundCloud. But like, I'm not sure who it was that reached out to him. Skirt hit me up and was like, "Hey, me and polygod locked in a Smurf feature," and he sent me the open, and I like laid the verse down. It was the track "Cooking." And it dropped right before I like took my little hiatus last year. I kind of disappeared for a few months, and but yeah, he sent me the open. I laid the verse down in like half an hour, and then that was that. And then it like I didn't expect it to blow up. I didn't, you know, and it gained a lot of traction on the repost exchange and all that, and it just like went everywhere, and it was It's fucking crazy. I had it was my first underground hit. Shouts out Black Smurf. That guy is fucking awesome. I have nothing but love and respect for that guy. That guy is the shit. He's one of the most humble, fucking hardworking people in the game, dude.
I think who's that guy? Wrath is gonna do it. I don't know if you know what Wrath is.
Oh yeah. Vibe Malls.
No. I mean, they're kind of linked up. They did a collab, if that's what you mean. But they did a collab. Okay. But they're two different people. But
okay, I thought they were the same person.
Nah.
Hard to tell on Instagram,
Yeah, but Wrath, I think he sends like.
You interviewed Wrath.
Yeah. He was doing like a merch. I think he was gonna get Black Smurf to wear his merch. Like I've heard like he's down to work with new heads in the underground on like either like promoting their merch or like other shit. Like he's like I haven't heard anything bad about Black Smurf is what I'm telling you. Like
dude, there's nothing bad to say about him. He's a fucking awesome guy. Low key, I'll say this on here. This is the first time I've mentioned it to anybody. Me and Polly have a whole mixtape coming with Smurf. It should be dropping pretty soon. So
shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. That
already. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
How many songs?
Really 5 or 7. So
that's good.
Yeah.
As much as so like I don't know, bro. Like what I hate about DistroKid is how you can only I don't know what you use, but motherfucker they only let you do like 8 songs to make it an album. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think it's 7 actually, but yeah.
But I don't know. That's just like annoying to me. Like imagine like.
DistroKid is on some ho shit sometimes.
Yeah, bro.
Not gonna lie.
They had that one section where you can put the link of the exact Spotify account that you want that artist to be linked to. And even if you put the link there, it'll still create a new Spotify account for
a blank one.
Like and a blank one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, Polygod, Lil Wretched, Black Smurf, and it's like Black Smurf 0 followers. You're like, okay. Like, no, like if somebody found that and they didn't know who Smurf was or whatever, like, which is probably not going to be the case, but you know what I'm saying? It's annoying. DistroKid needs to fix that shit. They did upgrade. I think they updated their shit recently and like added some more like slots to like tag people and to fucking get more specific. But yeah, they need to fix that.
Anybody from DistroKid watching, please fix that shit. I'm still always gonna pay for it because it's the most affordable shit. Like, who wants to pay for CD Baby? You have to pay like $10 a fucking single, like, or some fucking retarded shit.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
TuneCore is fired. I fucks with TuneCore.
Okay, I've heard good things about TuneCore.
Yeah, I mean, Space Ghost Perp uses that. Like, Soulja Boy uses that. Like, that's what people. Yeah, Soulja Boy just uses like fucking DistroKid still. Like, he uses DistroKid, TuneCore. A lot of the big people they kind of use like I think Lil B uses TuneCore for licensing, but I would definitely advise against licensing the same as using the same licensing as your distributor. I would definitely advise against that. I would definitely recommend going to ASCAP or like Hawk for like licensing or any other company than your distributor, because if you're using the same licensing as your distributor, then you're going to be paying a lot of money. Like DistroKid, the Content ID option, it's like $5 a song. You don't want to be doing that.
Oh, that's expensive as hell, yeah.
So if you use like a third party,
after saying DistroKid's on some host shit, I'm like, oh man, I hope they like don't delete my albums. Shit,
yeah.
Get off. Like all my discography's gone.
I mean, they got your money already. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
Yeah, they should. Yeah. It gives me a little room to talk some shit.
Yeah.
But they need to upgrade their shit a little bit. But
have you ever licensed your music?
What's that?
Have you ever licensed your music?
I don't believe I have. No, I don't think I have.
Well, I mean, let me spit some game right here. Try and license your music so whenever your music appears in a YouTube video or in anything online, you get revenue from it.
I've done that on a few tracks.
Okay, that's good.
I should probably like step my game up on that.
But I don't know. I mean, I use identify.com, and that shit's free. They just get a cut. But I've made like a couple $100 off of it. Like,
nice. There you go.
On fucking royalties.
That's red, bro.
Shouts out to Nemesis for putting me on. Shouts out to Nemesis from Schema Posse. Big support of him.
Word. Hell
Shouts
yeah.
out to him. Shit. I gotta ask a question about like your opinion on something. Like, who in the underground is like too underrated in the underground? Too underrated.
I knew you were gonna ask this because you asked that in all your interviews, And
Yeah,
I
'cause I like
thought
to get these opinionated ass questions.
I got a lot of different artists I could put in that category, man. One person that comes to mind, and he'll appreciate this, is this guy named Slurva. He's on Southside Slick Records, which I don't think is much of a record label as it is like a collective.
I've heard of them. Yeah, Slurva.
Yeah, Slurva, Slerva. I think I'm saying his name right. Yeah, he's kind of been inactive the last like month or so, but he's on my Apocrypha mixtape, the one with Vicious Vampira, Grim Sleeper, and Slam.
That's how I found you. I found you from Vicious Vampira. That's how I found you. I knew it.
Shouts out Vicious Vampira. I love that girl. She's the shit. She's a mega talented artist.
Yeah. She's really nice too.
Oh, dude, total fucking sweetheart. But she'll fuck you up. Vicious Vampira. She's definitely a two-sided coin. She's the shit, man. Yeah, that track we did together was just like super fire, and she just came and fucking knocked it out, bro. Yeah, I love that song. A little hit with her.
A lot of girls in the underground, man, like that are really fucking nailing it in the park, whatever the fuck they say, hitting it home run with that shit, like Jupilux.
Lil Sticks, you know Lil Sticks?
No, I do not.
Shouts out Lil Sticks. She's cool as hell. Yeah, you should check her shit out. She's got a track. Who's that?
Akatami.
Oh yeah, Akatami for sure. Yeah, she kind of she did a show with Vicious.
She's also on an Omen 13 show right now. She's performing alongside Omen 13 as well.
That's
also,
a big deal.
Yeah, but also who's doing that is this is big for people who were once affiliated with Sick Records. They're still affiliated with Sick Records, and they're also affiliated with Red Star, which is Omen 13's clique. It would be Dom and MF Chaos. I'm a huge fan of their work with Kevin the Creep. I'm a huge fan of Lil Creep Show and what he's done with Sick Records and that Bandcamp, and their reissuing of classic Southern hip-hop records like the Sibo Tales from the Crypt, I forget what that one was called. I think it was Sibo Tales from the, I forget. But then they also did a reissue of Gangsta Pat. They also did a, oh man, I forget which one it was, but they've reissued so much classics, Sick Records, but they also released their own instrumental projects with SF. There's some guy that does like vaporwave, vapor funk shit, and there's like shouts at the Little Creep Show too, and the Mac Junt. There's like they have like a.
I've seen Little Creep Show around. You're dropping some knowledge on me though, man.
Yeah, they have so much. They just inspire me so much. And so Dom and MF Chaos, are you familiar with them?
Yes, but not. I haven't like really like peeped their shit out like that, so I can't speak on their music. But I've seen them around. Yeah,
a lot of the old like heads from the underground, like in the 2015 scene and all that shit, they still like figure out like new young people to get involved. Like Chris Travis had like Adam the Shinobi perform along him. You know, I don't know if you knew that, but
I did not know that. That's really cool.
But
Travis goes hard, man.
Yeah, bro. I was just listening to How It Is off of Pizza and Codeine. Love that shit.
Classic.
His new shit's like it's alright, you know. But I got a soft spot for like those old like There's a song that the Pistol Grip that was produced by DJ Killa C that had it's a song with Ethel Wolf, Chris Travis, and it's produced by DJ Killa C. Old gem from like 2013.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like 13, 14 era for sure. It's like pre-suicide.
Yeah, but like that's a good era, man. There's like a lot of like.
Absolutely.
One like Night Lavelle was producing on fucking like what's an album from that era that you really fuck with pre-Suicide Boys era.
Shit, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a Bones album. It's the one with White Punk on Dope. That album, that was the first like sesh album that I found. Also Ghostman, Ooga Booga, or whatever.
Yeah, that one, the one that came after that's one of my favorite. It has a feature with Lil Wolfie Wolf on it. It's he did a song with Lil Wolfie Wolf and Mr. Cisco on it, and it was called Cast Out. And it has sort of human and David Jones.
Super Sort of Human goes hard, man.
Yes, he was on Blackland Radio 66. But Which one are we talking about? Who was the feature that you're talking about? Who was on it, or the song title?
Oh, the Bones album?
Yeah.
I was talking about? It was called White Punk on Dope. That was the first Bones song I ever heard. And that album, it's just like a sepia toned cover. And it's like him and he's like wearing a tracksuit or something. And it's the picture's a little bit blurry. And yeah, that album and Ooga Booga by Ghostman, those two really come to mind from that. Those were like, I mean, I was following Ghostman when he had like 3,000 followers, you know?
Damn. Yeah, bro. And he's evolved to say the least.
So much. I actually like the fact that people were saying that like he kind of betrayed his audience by like just straight like making like grindcore and fucking
skinny,
you know, like taking it in that direction. But I actually really like it. I feel like he put a whole generation onto some. Yeah, that one. That's
Skinny
the one.
by Bones. Damn, I'll listen to this one. I've been listening the Bones mixtapes that I've listened to. I haven't listened to all of them. I will, but he's dropped a lot of fucking music.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, he's prolific.
I listen to Living Legend. I listen to Bones. I've listened to Paid Programming. I've listened to Teen Witch. I've listened to
Teen Witch goes hard. That was like the second one that I listened to.
I listened to Unrendered, Paid Programming 2. I listened to In Loving Memory, which is his recent one, and Burden. I listened to Burden and the new one with Cat Soup. And the Dear God one that he just dropped. But now in Loving, he's always like, his new mixtapes are fucking fire too. Like he just doesn't stop making.
Dude, he's a monster. He's the shit. Yeah, for sure. He definitely made a lot of things possible for what's happening in the underground now.
And also, he's never really ever made corny music.
No, yeah, never.
Like yeah, man. Shouts out to that. But also like I was just going back and listening to a lot of like Xavier Wolfbeck, like too. I listened to Wolfgang Rudolph again. I think they did a vinyl reissue. I think so.
Oh, nice. I need to get my hands on that. I just recently got a vinyl player too for the first time in my life.
Let me ask you, what tape or mixtape that has not been reissued would you like to see reissued? Anything in the underground, anything.
Ugly Mane, Mr. Thug Isolation, and Play a Circle would go hard too.
Yeah.
He needs to reissue Play a Circle. That would go off.
It doesn't cost that much money either. Like it's only like I don't know, like for 100. Nah, like for like it's probably cost like I don't know, like 250 to 500 to like get like 50 or 100. But I don't know, like CDs cost. I think if you did a CD reissue, that would be like way cheaper.
That'd be dope. CDs are kind of low key coming back. I've seen a few underground artists like releasing their shit on physicals on CDs.
I mean, I bought a Soul's CD, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there you go. Yeah. CDs are sort of like technology that will like I don't think it's ever going to die exactly, you know?
A lot of cars still have them. I mean, my car still, you know.
Yeah.
Why not? I still listen to it. Like, I still pop a Whitney Houston CD every now and then. Or I got a Questlove CD, like a Roots CD or some shit. I got a Virus CD. I got
Mariah Carey CD in my car right now.
Hey, nice.
Already.
But Whitney Houston's debut project, man, that shit is golden. That shit, I love Whitney Houston, man.
What's her debut project called?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, yeah, it's just self-titled? Got you. I'm going to have to check that out.
I found it, I really wanted to get into it because I was watching American Psycho, and he did like a monologue before he killed two prostitutes.
I've seen you posting those recently.
Oh, yeah, I love, I've been just posting, oh, what's up?
I'm grabbing water, man. Hold on.
Yeah, you're all good.
Gotta stay hydrated, man. Health as well.
But yeah, so I've been just watching. I was watching it, and I had to I was at a thrift store, flea market, and I just saw it was like $2. No, it's like $5.
Nice.
And some old guy. Yeah. What like 80s albums do you like? Like in general, it could be like rap, but it couldn't be. It could be whatever.
We're talking 80s. Okay, for me, 80s is sort of like okay. If we're talking 80s, it's like punk rock, death metal, and like some of the proto grindcore and shit. Like that's really resonates with me from the 80s. As far as the pop music that was going on in the 80s, I'm not as big on the 80s shit, but like I believe she is from the 80s. It might be late 70s. There's an artist called Donna Summers, and she has an album called Seasons of Love, and it's fucking gorgeous, dude. It's a 4-track little album, and each song is about 5 to 7 minutes long, and it's like she does like a track for each season, you know? I think the album starts out with a song called Spring Affair. It's fucking beautiful, dude. It's like a picture of her with like a white dress on, and she's like sitting on the moon with like her leg up.
It's from 76, but I'm gonna listen to this and
yeah, that's my flavor. I'm more of a 70s guy, honestly. Like the 80s is sort of like the pop music that was going on there just doesn't resonate with me as much.
I agree. Like a lot of the repetitive, it's as repetitive as pop music now.
It was like
with the drums specifically the drums that are used.
Exactly, the drums from the 80s. They're big, fat. Like the snares are just like, yeah. They have those. It's that like leftover disco shit, you know?
Yeah, and fucking 70s shit. Back on that, I love punk music from the late 70s. Like I would listen to a lot of Descendants, Agent Orange, Dead Kennedys.
Of course, hey, I got a Dead Kennedys poster behind me. Hang on, can you see it? There's like a TV blocking.
Fresh fruit for rotting vegetables. Let's go.
Already.
Yeah, bro.
Give me convenience or give me dead. Jello Biafra is a G.
He's a genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who else do I fuck with? I mean, back on the 80s though, what was good 80s shit? What was good 80s shit and 70s shit? Kind of like late 80s, early 80s, like rock and punk, like was fire because you had like the Smiths. I'm obsessed with the Smiths. The Cure. I love the Cure.
Now you're talking my language. I love the Cure.
Boys Don't Cry, like that shit. And Friday night I'm in love or some shit. Or fucking.
You listen to now we're getting more into like gothic music. Do you listen?
Yeah, I love that shit.
I love it.
Gothos.
You listen to hell yeah. The Nick Cave and the Birthday Party. You listen to that?
No.
You got to peep that out. There's a song by Nick Cave called Deep in the Woods. I want to sample it really bad because he just like hits these like low notes with his voice. It's like deep in the woods.
Yeah.
It's so fucking haunting sounding, dude. You got to check that shit out.
I've been sampling hella punk shit. What do you say?
Christian Death. You listen to Christian Death?
No.
They're pretty crazy. They're like on that like moving toward that avant-garde side of things, which I don't necessarily like fuck with as much, but I mean some of it. It just depends on what we're talking about. But check out Christian Death, man. They're interesting.
I will, but I've been sampling hella punk shit with funk shit. Like I've been like sampling like punk like songs and then putting like funk like samples in it, like just like straight like Tommy Wright samples, but then like having the background melody be like a hardcore like guitar solo by a punk band. I just gotta like put the low end hella down because there's always like hella crashes going on as the guitars are like being strung. But I mean I made it work, and on my next project there will be like hella punk inspired funk music, and I'm trying to push that way. But I feel like I don't know, maybe someone could have done that already, but I'm always trying to take different approaches to funk. I just can't. The cowbell melodies just ain't doing it for me no more.
I feel you on that. I try to keep my cowbell production to a bare minimum at all times. It's just real burnt out. But like, I mean, a cowbell track will, every now and then will go fucking hard. It slaps. It's just overdone,
Yeah,
but,
man. I don't hate it. It's just like I prefer when cowbells are used as like more like perks. Just like a little bit in there.
Yeah. Throw like one or two,
Yeah, nothing too wild. But then and they're also good as used as in parallel with a snare roll prior to a beat drop. That's not bad. Like if there's like a one step, fucking cowbell, consistently going off right before a beat drops simultaneously with the snare, you're not doing anything wrong. It's gonna have a good effect when the beat drops. You just gotta have a crash or a open hat with a delay on after that happens, because there has to be like answer to the problem. You know what I mean? The problem is like all the snares rising up. You have to have something go after that beat drop. You know, you can't just like have it be nothing.
Oh yeah, it's so anticlimactic. It's like
yeah,
it's like edging.
yeah, basically. Oh my god, that is hilarious.
I'm gonna make a mixtape now. I'm gonna make a beat tape called "The Edge of Funk."
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, that's badass. That's funny.
That's another thing. Man. That's another thing people have to do while they make beats is edge. It really keeps the energy up. You know, you just gotta like.
It is No Nut November, right?
Yeah, why not? I'm not joking. I've done that. Like half the beats I make are like with my dick in my hand. I'm just playing. I mean, am I playing? I'm just playing.
Yo, this is gonna be a legendary interview. There's so many good sound bites already.
Yeah. Alright, but let's talk about Travis Scott though. How do you know that fool?
I actually don't know.
Heathen! I'm just playing. Murderer. The murderer Travis. No, I'm playing. He's not.
You're gonna get me in trouble with the puppet masters, bro. Now.
Yeah, the puppet masters. Yeah.
No, I don't know him personally. I saw him around. We went to high school together. He was about 2 grades above me. So I was friends with a lot of his friends, though. I have 2 or 3 really good friends that come to mind that knew him pretty well. And, you know, he got signed to T.I., and then I started hearing all this gossip about him. And I'm not going to go all down that road. Like, I don't know if any of the stories I heard are true about him just, like, you know, kind of like letting the fame go to his head or whatever. But it's understandable. You're young. T.I. signed you, and you know you're about to blow up. Like, but, like, I just saw him around school.
What'd you know him as? Like, what did people, like, know him as?
His real name is Jacques Webster. So his name was Jacques, and I always thought it was weird that he was like kind of a quiet, artistic kid, and his name was Jacques, and he was just a weird character in the hallways and at lunch, you know. And but no, the shit that I would have to say about Travis Scott would be, you know, I mean, I would have nothing to say about him basically other than I went to high school with him up until this shit happened with Astroworld, and the footage that I saw from Astroworld made me really angry. Not just at him, at everybody that organized that fucking show. And, you know, it is a tragedy. Tragic Scott. Well, that's his new name.
Yeah. Very similar to Capitol Hill riot.
Yeah, right? Similar vibes. Similar, yeah, absolutely.
Except the Capitol Hill riots are actually kind of funny.
I agree.
Like, the fucking guy with the... Like, that shit's... If I ever get bored, I'm looking up footage of, like, Capitol Hill riots. Because it just seems like a lot of... It seems like Halloween when your friends find some, like, abandoned house and you're, like, creeping in, like, woohoo! And you got all your friends and you're just, like...
That's funny. That's a really excellent way to describe it, man. That's pretty much what was happening, dude. And it's funny that, like, the president at the time incited it. And
yeah, did you see the picture of the rapper Bugsy the Don? He was in Washington, D.C. to shoot a music video with his friends. And then he sees this, like, shit going on, and he's this, like, 6 foot tall, like, black guy with a fucking beard. And he's like, oh, let me see what's going on over here. So him and his friends just start walking in and taking pictures on top of SWAT cars and shit. And he made an album called... I think it's like called The Capitol or like some shit, and it's the album cover has him on top of a SWAT car that's like broken down, and he's like,
"Oh, that's fucking fire! That's so fucking badass!"
And it's like
you gotta send me a link to that after.
It's a good album. It's some DMV shit. Motherfuckers in the DMV, they make good shit. I fuck like the ACS Crud. I fuck with ACS Crud. All them motherfuckers in the DMV, they got some good shit.
I love it. Oh, DMV, Delaware, Maryland. I thought you said DNB, like drum and bass.
DMV.
I fuck with drum and bass. But yeah, you're talking about the DMV. Yeah, that's.
I'm in Delaware. I fuck with like, so I know a little bit about that scene, but more so I'm tapped into like Philly rap. Like I know a lot about Philly rap. I'm a big fan of Relly Hood. I'm a big fan of Core. I'm a big fan of Quilly. I'm a big fan of like early Uzi. Like early Uzi to me is not this like rock star slap.
Early Uzi.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that shit. Like, early Uzi. Like, I don't know if you know, like, Lil Uzi. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, early Uzi goes hard, man.
Like he had a song like he used to do he used to kind of sound like a high pitched Chief Keef that rapped really fast, and he made like a lot of drill sounding music like before he started like, and he would be rapping on like Space Ghost Perp beats. You know what I mean? Like he's rapped on a Space Ghost Perp beat before, and he did songs with like Carnage. Like one of his first songs I heard was "What Do You Want" with Carnage and ASAP Ferg, and it's crazy he did an ASAP Ferg song at the same time he'd worked with Space Ghost Perp, but yeah, shout out to, like he's got a like, and even you can tell like of the early like influence with Space Ghost Perp on Uzi. His first mixtape's called Purple Thoughts. And then as soon as he went down to Atlanta, his sound completely changed, and he started working with producers that had way more of a techno influence on the sound of the synthesizers that he would use, like Don Cannon or Molly Raw, and you could tell there's like a lot of like probably like Young Lean influence on a lot of earlier shit, and that's why I don't fuck with Playboi Carti too. Is he kind of sounds like a lot like his production kind of sounds like Young Lean. And I think like the Sad Boys and Drain Gang did what like a lot of artists are doing now so much better. You know what I mean? Like all the hyper pop shit. Like
oh yeah, I actually low key like love the hyper pop shit.
I love it, but like Drain Gang have been doing shit that sounds like that for a while.
Okay, y'all, I'll have to check that out, man. You're putting me on all kinds of shit, bro. You're full of useful knowledge.
Yeah, but I don't know, what hyper pop artists do you fuck with?
Nothing specific, just everything that I've heard. I'm like, this is fire as fuck. Like if I was like 12, I would just be fucking getting the fuck down to it, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, I can still fuck with it. It's definitely some like new, fresh shit for a younger generation, you know? At least that's my perspective on it.
Let me find this like 11-year-old song. Actually, have you heard of this guy? Hold up. Have you heard this shit? Hold up. Like this is what the kids like nowadays.
Yo, that shit's fire.
That boy's like 11.
Yeah, I'm fucking with that. Who is that? That's awesome. He's probably making millions off of NFTs.
Clappers, I don't know. That little bitch she give me knowledge. Like I don't know. I just fuck with And who else do I fuck with? I fuck with a lot of like the bedroom pop people, like Claro and like Pink Panthers and like Girl in Red. Like not rappers, but just in general. Like there's a lot of like new shit that I fuck with. Like what new music that's mainstream do you fuck with?
Not much, to be honest. Mostly hip hop. I fuck with Tay Money.
I think I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Dallas. You know, like I fuck with Key Glock and like Young Dolph.
Yes. Yes.
I fuck with a lot of Bay Area rap. I don't know if you fuck with all that, like Filthy Rich and Mozzie and
Word Mozzie,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, there's not a lot of mainstream shit though that I listen to. I'm mostly tapped in with like, really I live in like the 1970s as far as music goes. I'm always digging for production, and then like I listen to like just the artists that I fuck with in the community, you know. But as far as mainstream shit goes, I probably listen to Tay Money more than any other mainstream artist, to be honest.
I fuck with like I'm gonna say this though. I think YoungBoy is amazing. I have a YoungBoy shirt. I fuck with.
Yeah, YoungBoy goes hard for sure. I'm not like huge on his music, like I have, you know, but it's definitely some fire shit.
Yeah, I'm listening like twice a month, but still like I fuck with him.
Already, I fuck with Maxo Cream tough. If we're getting into that realm.
Maxo Cream, who is that? I think I might have heard of him.
He's from Houston. He's fucking awesome, man.
Damn.
I actually know some people that like knew people in his like Cream clique or whatever that he had going on in Houston. Yeah, Maxo Cream goes hard. Shouts out Maxo Cream putting on for Texas major way.
You said that about Soulze too, which I agree with.
Yeah, Soulze puts on for sure, man.
Yeah.
Is he from Dallas, Fort Worth?
I don't know. He's from Dallas. Like,
Yeah.
I just I think he has some shit like the cliffside. He said that in one of his songs. The cliffside of Dallas. I don't know what that means, but he just I
Yeah, I'm
fuck
not a
with
Dallas person really. I
yeah.
like a lot of music from Dallas. Like, have you ever listened to Dirty South Riders?
No.
Dude, it's like, okay, you know Swisha House and like the screwed up click. Like Dirty South Riders is like the Dallas version of Swisha House.
Mm.
And I actually got a feature on my Dirty South Resurrection album. I got a feature from Tum Tum, who is like one of the founding members of Dirty South Riders. Shouts out Tumzilla. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. He blessed my game in a major way. Yeah, I've fucked with Tum Tum for a long time. Dirty South Riders, honestly, like, I probably listen to them just as much as I listen to like the Screw Tapes and the Swisher House shit. And like, I know all the Houston people like give me shit for that, you know? They're like, man, you fucking with that Dallas shit? It's like, dude, this shit goes hard. Like, and I'm also a Cowboys fan, so I'm like a Houston troll. Like, I'm born in Houston, but I don't fuck with the Texans. Like, I fuck with the Cowboys, so.
Damn. Is there any like good Austin music that you know of?
Nah. Nah, I like as far as Austin goes, like I like a lot of the punk rock that's come out of there. And cool. There's some underground rap from there, but not too much that I know of, honestly, that comes to mind as far as hip hop goes.
Oh shit, fucking Ghetto Boys are from Houston. Fuck.
Absolutely.
I fuck with them. They're probably the first Texas rappers I've ever heard. And you know, that's the tip of the iceberg. I know that's the tip of the iceberg, but I love them. Already.
Yo, Ghetto Boys is the shit, man.
I found them from the Office Space film.
Word up. Hell yeah.
Do you know that film?
Judge made that too.
Yeah, he's from Houston, I think, or Austin. I don't fucking know.
I think he's from like Texarkana. I think he is from like Arkansas, Texas border.
Oh, word? Damn.
Yeah, right there. I'm pretty sure.
That's what Texarkana means?
Or maybe he's from Wichita Falls. I can't remember. He's from somewhere around there. But yeah, Mike Judge is the shit. I love King of the Hill. That's my cartoon. That's my go-to, like, decompress, like, and relax and fucking forget about all this insanity in the world.
God damn it, Bobby.
Hey, you did that one good.
Yeah. God damn it, Bobby. I told you to get out of my cigarettes.
Just pop the pill, Bobby. I need to fucking sample that.
Just pop the pill, Bobby. Oh my god, yo, shit.
Yeah, that episode where they all start smoking.
The kids?
Yeah, all of them. It's like Hank, Peggy, and like Bobby all fighting over a cigarette.
Damn, man. But nah, bro, I think we covered a lot in this interview. What do you have any like think people you like to shout out or any announcements about your music or plans before we wrap this up?
Okay, as far as shouts out go, yeah, because I didn't get to all of them. I was actually just thinking that, like, damn, I didn't shout out everybody. I want to shout out Flexer. This is some Flexer gear right here. Flexer's been rocking with me since like the beginning, since I made my fucking Instagram. So shouts out Flexer. He makes tons of fucking dope gear. Shouts out That's Creep again, and his clothing brand Shadow Band. Shouts out my boy Dimitri's D-Love on Instagram. Everybody go follow him. He's a fucking super talented visual artist, and he makes clothes too. He's got a clothing brand called Schmack Realm. So that's like the big three clothing brands I fuck with. Shadow Band, Schmack Realm, and Flexer. Like, I fuck with him a long way. Let's see. Shouts out polygod the Father. Again, I promised I'd give him some big shouts out. You should get him on an interview, man. He's a really interesting guy. Y'all will probably have tons of shit to talk about with him. And let's see, shouts out everybody fucking with me. Fucking shouts out Vicious Vampire for hooking us up.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Shouts out Black Smurf. Y'all stay tuned for the Black Smurf tape that's coming. And I got some other tapes with some bigger artists too that are on the way. I don't want to spoil the surprises, but just stay tuned, you know. So but yeah, big things on the way.
Shout out to you for coming on the show, man.
I appreciate it, Mike. Texas Jesus bless you, man.
Yeah, thanks for blessing me. And anybody who wants to bless him by listening to his music or following him on Instagram, link below, down in the description of this YouTube video or the podcast. And like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Peace.